2, you already mentioned a little bit about how you listened to a lot of fan feedback, but what was the stuff that you really took to heart, and so much so that you wanted to change it for Fable 3?
So, I mean, there was a list, and, you know, that list started with things like, hey, why is it that co-op, you have this weird henchman come in? Why can't I bring my own hero in? So we did that. Why can't I bring my dog with me? So we did that. Why can't I, when I'm co-oping together, why am I sticking with the player? Why can't I walk off one way and you walk another? We absolutely did that, so you can come into my world and detach yourself. People started to say, oh well, all the weapons are the same. So what we said was, right, in Fable 3, we're bored of making weapons. We're going to get you, the player, to craft the weapons. So you can have any weapon you like, a sword, gun, hammer, a rifle, gauntlet. You can start using it. You'll notice that that weapon will start changing. It will start morphing. You're essentially, by using the weapon, crafting your own weapons. The style of your combat will be reflected in the weapon. If you do evil things with that weapon, it'll start dripping with blood. If you start doing lots of combat moves with that weapon, it'll shape itself differently. It'll unlock different styles. That weapon will continue to change. You are free to sell your weapon online. It will continue to change from that moment on. That's something completely new and different. And that definitely was born out of the fact that people said, the community said, hey, why can we have weapons like this? And that's a fantastic inspiration. That's the major things. There's lots and lots of little things about navigation. People hated the fact that we didn't have a map in Fable 2, so we've given them, I think it's one of the best maps I've ever seen in the game. It's a living map. You can go into this map, you can instantaneously zoom down into any of the places you've been. Those places are still alive. You can buy all your houses from that map. You can do trading in that map. Again, that's another feature that we got from the communities.
Seems like one of the big trends I've seen at E3 this year is simplifying games, making them easier to access, making them easier to play. How do you feel about that?
I think accessibility is absolutely important. I think it's done in the right way, and I'm going to refer to Fable 3 because that's kind of my job at the moment. If it's done in the right way, then you can give all the core players exactly what you want, and you can pull in people who've never played role-playing games before. And in Fable, the perfect example of that is the combat. For the core, the combat is all about how you combine your sword with your gun, with your magic. For a casual audience, I know they're just going to tap the button. Now, when they do that, their abilities are going to be different to the core players. The core players are going to have the coolest swords, these massive broadswords, these amazing guns. But the casual audience doesn't care so much about that. That's all about accessibility. It's all about making a game not just for one audience, but making it for a broad audience. And then lastly, to make sure that people understand what they're doing in your game. There was this amazing statistic in Fable 2. Over half the people that played Fable 2 understood less than 60% of its capabilities. Now, that's just crazy. But it's absolutely true. People didn't understand how they could customize their hero. They didn't understand how they could change their clothing, how they could change their haircuts. They didn't understand about the simulation. We've really paid attention to that and made sure that everything is super accessible, but super deep as well.